everybody, it's Harry Boxer, the Tactical Trader at thetechtrader.com. It's Tuesday, the 29th of January. It wasn't quite turnaround Tuesday. As a matter of fact, the FOMC spoke and the market was quite volatile, but there's a lot of stocks moving. Let's take a look at one I wanted to give you a heads up on. It looks like silver, possibly, after a multiple 1, 2, 3 wave and then a retest, a 3-wave corrective move, may have punched up and based out. Now we're going to be looking for this to get over 39.75. Today's pop took it 37.25 to the 942 and finished 907, 39.07 up 169, 4.5%. But volume of 3.9 million, that's like the biggest we've seen since October, when it traded 5.2. And so this might be breakout volume. We've closed above the 40, just below resistance. Get it over 39.80, 85. My next target is going to be 43. 46, and we'll see where it goes beyond that. NKR, we have a swing on this one after a big gap and now 2-day consolidation, what I would consider looking at it on an hourly chart. 2-day coil, narrowing to the apex. So what I'm looking for is just them to pop and extend. Minimum target now, 58 and 65. But I think it can be much more than that. Just a question of let's get started with that. API coming up near key resistance where there's a triple top, but it did break out over resistance today. Volume was 1.9 million. Stock was up about 8%. The key target is 6.5. We get through that, we're looking at 8, 9, and 10. FFIV exploded on strong earnings report and literally spiked up 27 points. At one point, it was up 40 points, 42 points. So it did back off, but that's to be expected. Extension targets for me now are going to be 3.25 and 350. IBM is spectacular report, well, at least spectacular move after hours on a good earnings report. Went 223 to 258, 35 points, and finishing around 249. That's up 23.33, and maybe looks like a breakout to all-time high, isn't it? Yep. So now my swing target is 300 and 320, or 295 to 300. Let's start with 284 and then 300. Little IVA with a pop after hours. This is V bottom, breakaway gap, and then a pullback falling wedge of sorts right there. Spiked and broke out today, it appears. But it did back off after hours, after the spike is coiling, as you can see. Keep an eye on this one. The pattern looks like a base to me, and I'm going to have to tell you what my swing target is going to be 4 on this one. LOGI Logistics broke out of a base after breaking its downtrend of several months back in January. Today, or early January. The spike today, I took it 95 to almost 100, 99.25. And my extension target on momentum is 102.5. Should you get to that, I would look for much higher levels on the range of about maybe 120 at some point. We'll just see if it breaks out first. Layered Superfoods continues to look outstanding to me. Beautiful rising channel. Is it coming out of a falling wedge again like it did back in September? If so, look at that move. Where will it take us? Nasal blast broke out of a wedge, popped and stalled. Seems to have broken out today. Keep an eye on this one. It's thinly traded. It can fly. Targets 21.5 and 24. NBIS, after a plunge, has had 2-day rally now. Jumped another 151 to 31.60. The high was 32.75. There is key resistance at 34. That's what you have to get to. If it fails here, be careful. The stock could be vulnerable. In the nuclear energy sector, the 1-day hit on NNE and the rest of the group held support, and now they're bouncing back. Although it did go from 33.68 to 40.68, 7 points, it backed off about 3.5 and finished just under 37 up to 20. We'll see if this thing extends, but the targets are now 50 on that one. NXT popped and broke out of a base. The solar stock looking pretty intriguing today. with volume of 12.4 million, one of the biggest I've seen on it. Next target is 54, and then 60. OKLO, another candidate and swing trade in the nuclear energy group, after taking a dip to 29 2 days ago, back up to 38 today. And my target is a retest of 45.6 and then low to mid 50s. PAC with an explosive move today went from literally from 572 to 885. Finished 855 up to 81, a 49% gain today. For this stock, 17.4%, unheard of volume for it. Could be a breakout. We'll see. There is some resistance from the spike high back in August when it spiked from 760 to 904. So we get through 9, then I'm looking for 10 and 11. SPCB swing broke out of the coil. We noted that there. That was the tech trader swing. It went from about 9 and change and doubled to 19 and change, around 1895. Now the pullback in wave 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 has me thinking it's bottoming and about to move into back to retest 19 and then 24.5. And that's it for tonight, everybody. A look at some of the hot stocks at detectrader.com. Bye, everybody.